frosty good morning to you. So today I am doing something that I did in first year but I never did in second year, and that is I am taking myself on a date day today. I am planning on going to Ely, which is a small town outside of Cambridge. I think technically it's a city because it has a cathedral, but it's tiny. And I've been wanting to go to Ely for ages. I haven't been in a very long time and I've only ever been with other people, but it seems like a really nice place to just go and wander. However, the thing that has put me off doing this is that I have anxiety, right? And one of the things that I find really difficult is public transport. I don't know what it is about it, but I find like buses and trains really difficult. And in order to get to Ely, I have to take both a bus and a train. So today is a bit about challenging myself, a bit about pushing myself out of my comfort zone because I have to do it on my own. I'm like slightly better if I'm doing it with someone else because I just let them be in control of the whole thing. But I'm going to try and do this because I've got like a reward from it, if that makes sense, by going to Ely, and it's a relatively short journey. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm really nervous. I've been trying to get myself to do this for literally the longest time, and I'm like, it's third year, it's basically now or never, and it's like the Christmas season, so Ely will be really pretty because they have lights up and it's like a beautiful little old town. So yeah, that's the plan for today. So join me along this journey. Did that I thought might help my anxiety a little bit was to take an activity that I like to do with me, that I find calming, that I felt I could carry in my tote bag, and also that wouldn't block me from hearing any of the announcements.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he describes by creating an imaginary picture. Usually it's something that moves.
Now, I must say that I am not a religious person, but I do love to look at old buildings, and cathedrals are one of those, and especially when they have any sort of medieval history attached to them, because I am a medievalist and I love to learn about all of that stuff. And actually, Cambridge students get free entry to Ely Cathedral. One thing I found really interesting, which a lot of people must skip over, is the graffiti in the cathedral, and I love finding church or castle graffiti. It just shows people have actually been there. And also I fell in love with this jellycat. I had to resist purchasing him, he was so cute. I also didn't realise that there was going to be a carol service on for this day, but I decided to stay and watch it. During the performance, I actually ended up sat next to this lovely little old couple and we chatted and it was really sweet. I then, of course, had to go to this bookshop. I feel like I could wander around a bookshop for hours alone and just feel so at peace. There's such a calming environment for me, so this was lovely. And I found some wholesome joy at looking at the collectible children's editions of books. Here is The Wind in the Willows, which I actually listened to an audiobook of recently. I then wandered around the centre and I found out that I missed their local Christmas market, which made me really sad, but I did catch the sunset, and sunsets are one of my favourite things. I also stopped for a rest and some food. So I just had a really sweet moment of kindness. I was one piece short for a postcard that I wanted to buy, and the lady behind me very kindly gave me the penny. It was very sweet. I am now walking back to the train station because it is freezing cold, and I'm so grateful I remembered to bring a hat and a scarf, because I am like known for being unable to dress for the weather suitably. I also wore a jumper, which is kind of wild. But do you know what I forgot? A coat. I forgot to bring a coat. So I am very cold because it is so cold today. So it's like 5 o'clock and I have decided that I'm going to try and find the train station, but it's dark and I'm really bad at directions. So wish me luck. So my train back to Cambridge got cancelled. I think probably because of the strike, and that freaked me out so much, like so much. But thankfully there was a worker who saw that I was struggling and stressed and helped me figure out that I can get one of the other trains and it will stop in Cambridge. We're not sure whether it stops at the Cambridge or Cambridge North, but either way I'll figure it out and we'll get back. But yeah. So after the debacle with the trains, I have made it back to Cambridge, but then my ticket wouldn't work in the barrier, so that was another issue. So that was so fun. It was stressful. My anxiety was through the roof. I am proud of myself for not crying though, so that's a win. But now I have to try and figure out the bus to get back. I'm kind of tempted just to walk back. I know it's like a 30-minute walk and I'm freezing, but the concept of trying to do public transport again after all of that is so stressful.
A few moments later.
So I made it back, maybe very slightly stressed, maybe very slightly trying to come down from a racing heartbeat, maybe also had the whole train situation compounded by the fact that I couldn't find my return bus ticket, and the bus driver got annoyed at me and I ended up having to pay for another ticket to get back because I couldn't find it, and I knew it was in my bag, I just couldn't find it, and the man was getting so stressed and angry with me, so I just gave up and bought a new ticket, because at that point I was like, I just need to get on this bus, I just need to get back. But the thing is, I know how cliche this is going to sound. It was worth it for two things. Number one, I had a really cute day. It was what I needed to get out of Cambridge for a bit, to do something just for fun, but also to prove to myself that I am capable of doing public transport. And I think actually the fact that I messed up but I still did it, I think actually proves that more in the long run. I don't know how much I feel like that right now, but maybe next time I get a train I can think about the fact that this one was stressful and I still did it. I'm aware that this montage may seem a bit of a random addition to the end of this video, but it literally snowed 2 days after my trip to Ely, and Cambridge was so beautiful in the snow. I've never seen it in proper snow, only very small flurry. So I wanted to share the winter wonderland that was Cambridge with you all, though the reality was that the streets were very slushy. Don't even know if that's a word. Anyway, I also also wanted to say that in the process of filming this video, I realised one way of helping myself with the effects that the season has on my depression, and that is to go outside, to go on walks, to try and engage with people, with strangers, and with like festive activities. Still seeing that the world is still going on and it's not just the limitations of yourself in your bedroom, I think helped a bit. I hope you will take this as a reminder to carve out some time specifically for showing yourself kindness and compassion and for doing something that you would enjoy.